this week's episode, we play food trivia and interview Jen and Polly of the Bomb Pops.
Another message we convey. It seems I'm only here to entertain. A rebellion catch a fit. Well, I refuse to be the soundtrack to it. And you entertain was still knee deep in shit. Well, there's something wrong inside. We played it safe, enjoyed the ride. You won't like this, but I have something to confide. We start with something more than a faded sticker on a skateboard. Right on your parade around the door. And I don't even care any fucking more. Witness this pair and accomplice. Witness this pair, lethargic, unconscious. No brows bowed in question, complacent, completing their tasks. No questions asked. Consider this critic a cretin, resting on laurels completely invented. Word acrobatics performed with both harness and net. I'm so full of shit. But I will remain till this self-awareness fades, till I defeat the purpose served by this soapbox that you made. That you made. Hope, perseverance, a vision, some doubt. Green ink, a 2-6, a bad case of big mouth, a sum of our parts, and I've never laughed harder. A song in our hearts, and I've never laughed harder. It don't really matter, cause nothing's ever felt as right as this. By the way, I stole this riff. Does that laugh and play? Another message we convey. It seems we're only here to entertain. A rebellion cuts a fit. I refuse to be the soundtrack to it. We entertain, we're still knee deep in shit. In shit. And we're so full of it.
Welcome in once again to Punk Rock Foodies Radio, coming at you live from downtown Mattersville at the Vicious Pig Saloon. This is your one-stop shop for everything punk rock and food. And now, your hosts, Steve Guerrero, Skate Rat Betty, Brian Reinhardt, and the asshole in charge, Xander T.
And that was Propaganda with Anti-Manifesto, and you are listening to Punk Rock Foodies Radio. And I am the asshole in charge, Xander T. With me today at the Vicious Pig Saloon is...
What's up? It's Skate Rat Betty.
Yay!
Hey, what's up? What's up? It's Steve Guerrero.
Hey, I'm Brian.
Brian's not feeling so well, so he might not be his jubilant, boisterous self. But that's okay.
That's right, I'm still handsome.
Yeah, that's true.
It's all relative in this group. Punk Rock Foodies is a Facebook group. You make food, you take a picture of the food, you post the picture of the food. It's very simple. If you want to show us the process or before and after, use a collage app. Tell us who you're listening to while you're making the food. It's always nice to learn about some new bands that we might not have otherwise heard of, or other people might not otherwise have heard of. Yeah, so we are very much into food and punk rock, and we are going to listen to some punk rock before we get into our show today. So,
Well, I got a little something. Today it was announced that the Sabroso, which is the craft beer and taco festival, is going to be put on this year. It's going to be a music festival, so with Offspring headlines. So why don't we start the show off with a little Offspring? All I Want off, I forgot what album, but this is a sick track.
Ixnay
Off
and the
Punk Rock
Hombre.
Foodies Radio. Ixnay. Brian's good for something. Woo!
Yeah.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Day after day, you're a life wreck. The powers that be just bring down your neck. You get no respect. You get no relief. You gotta speak up and yell out your creed. So back up the rules, back up the job, 'cause I'm sick of not having to stay alive. Leave me alone. I feel alive. I don't wanna be controlled. It's all I want. It's all I want. It's all I want. It's all
plastic front with Gotta Go.
Nice.
Today we're talking about trivia.
Yeah. So I got this game from Rachel's mom for Christmas. It's called Foodie Fight. And her whole reasoning behind it was she thought it would be great for our radio show. And I was looking at the cards recently, and I thought, you know what? This would be great. Like, it's, basically, Trivia Pursuit, but with food topics, food categories. So, like, there's the one is the Foodie Sphere, which is food people, world cuisines, and food places. Food Stars, which is food on film and in print, music, and art. Companies Coming, which is party planning, table etiquette, and wine and food pairing. The next is Lab and Field, which is cooking, science, nutrition, and food production. Then you have Dining Out, which is eateries, chefs, menu matters, and restaurant service. And then the last category is What's Cooking. It's cooking techniques, tools, and ingredients. So I just figured, you ever been to a bar and they've got like Trivia Pursuit cards, like just sitting there?
And the caddy, like a sugar caddy. Yeah.
Well, I mean, every time I've ever been to a bar with like my folks or with Rachel or whatever, we'd pull a card and just ask the questions, just straight down ask all the questions, and then flip it over and see which ones we got right. So I thought maybe that could be something we do today, and maybe even integrate it into our interviews with our celebrities.
Well, I'm game. Sorry. Yeah, maybe longer than 10 minutes. I didn't know the topic, but anyways, yes. Okay, so let's.
All right, so let's play the game. All right,
Foodies Fight.
I'm just gonna read straight down the card. Like, we'll just do each question and we'll figure out the answer, and then afterwards we'll go over what the real answers were. So, all right. So first question. What Cantonese small plate tradition's name translates as "so close to the heart"? I know nothing about Cantonese food.
Goo Gai Pan? No.
I don't know.
That is the only Chinese dish that I could probably name in its entirety. So no, but I don't actually know what it translates to.
I'm gonna go with dim sum.
Yeah, because that's like a. I think you might be right, Steve. All right, Brian, how you doing over there, buddy?
I have a friend named David Cantonese. Maybe he knows, but I don't.
All right. Next question. What meals, including one for Carla Faye Tucker, did prison chef Brian Price prepare and write about in his 2004 book of recipes and inmate stories?
I'm gonna pass.
We're not gonna get any.
I gotta
of
say,
these.
the final meal, people's final death row dishes.
Steak and potatoes.
What do you think?
I mean, you would think that's.
Well, but the question doesn't say what dish. It says what meals.
Oh yeah.
So I'm thinking that last request meal.
Yeah.
It's got to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
I'm gonna go with that too.
All right.
Pork shanks.
Well, I'm pretty sure Taco
Shanks.
don't require Michelin stars, but I could be wrong.
Which wine is recommended for its refreshing acidity and is often paired with salmon and hollandaise? Is it Chardonnay, Sauvignon Blanc, or Riesling?
Sauvignon Blanc.
That's what I think, Brian.
I'm gonna go with Riesling. Riesling's not as dry.
I was going to go with Riesling, but.
See, I consider Sauvignon Blanc and Riesling both kind of sweet wines. So.
I don't even know what Sauvignon Blanc is.
It's a white wine,
Just
right?
sounded good.
All right, what did European colonists introduce to the Americas that Native Americans called the white man's fly?
Smallpox.
What was it?
Ding, 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 we have a winner.
Okay, now what about something to do with food?
Small.
I don't know. Beer?
So wait, are we talking an animal then?
Nope.
It just says, the category is cooking, science, nutrition, and food production. So, European colonists brought this to America, and the Native Americans called it the white man's fly. I mean, I'm just thinking the zipper in my pants.
Yeah, right?
The white man's fly.
But you would think with food production it would be either a tool or like a crop.
I'm going to go with Cornish game hens.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
because they'd come from Cornwall.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, I was thinking like flying squirrels, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I was thinking maybe chicken, but I feel like those were over anyway already.
Like a quail? Or
Let's stick with Cornish game hen because at least we know that that's like from Cornwall, so that's a European place.
okay.
Right? Yeah. In 1972, what New York City hotel hired Leslie Revson, making her the first female chef to head a major hotel kitchen? New York City hotel in 72.
I don't know any New York City hotels.
Yeah, I'm gonna miss that.
I'm going to go with the Waldorf Astoria.
That's the only one I know. Or the Plaza. The Plaza?
Yeah. There's a Hilton there too, right? So in the 70s, I don't know what it was.
I was thinking Waldorf Astoria too, but then I just thought of the Plaza, so it's got to be one of those two. Those are big names. And then last question. What term refers to cutting leafy vegetables or herbs into thin strips or shreds? What's that called? That's chiffon?
Julienne.
Julienne?
I think so.
For the herbs?
Oh, I know it is for like veggies and stuff.
All right, well, there we go. The Cantonese small plates, dim sum. There you go, buddy.
Right.
The meals were last meals for death row inmates. All right.
Okay.
Riesling was the wine. Okay, here's your white man's fly, the honeybee.
Oh shit!
Oh, shit.
Yeah,
I totally skipped. Like, I was like, "There's nothing that size." So what else? Squirrels, like the little small things.
Yeah, that's a good one. The white man's fly. I'm going to start calling bees that.
I guess it beats a trouser snake.
the hotel was the Waldorf Astoria, and then the cutting of the herbs. It's called chiffonade.
Okay.
Yeah, which
chiffonade,
means
chiffonade, yeah.
made of rags. That's when you roll it up and you
Yeah.
roll it. People can see this.
Yeah. It just says ribbons, like cut into ribbons when I do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, you want to do another card?
That's sweet. Yeah, let's do it again. That was fun.
All right, here we go. We'll do a team one, and then
And by the way, I would love to see that some of those recipes on Final Meals.
Yeah, well, here, the name of that cookbook was, what is it? Recipes it just says the book, a 2004 book of recipes and inmate stories, but the chef's name was Brian Price. So, it's called Meals to Die For. That was the name of that. That's perfect. I guess it's Meals to Die before you die. Anyway. All right, here we go. New card. We got. What did we get on that one? We got technically as a group. We got 1, 2, 3.
They should rename that book "Meals to Die After."
Yes, exactly.
Because that's really what you're doing.
Yeah. We got 4 of them correct in a sense, and I did say that chiffon, but I didn't pronounce it right, and then we went with the other one, so we got like 4.5, let's say.
I think I only had one confidently, personally.
All right, where does the National Cherry Festival take place every July? I'm guessing our nation is what this is. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with, just because I was just recently up there, Michigan, because Michigan had like apparently there's a lot of cherries up there, but it probably isn't Michigan. But that's just a
Washington.
I'd say Michigan or Washington State. Washington has a lot of cherries.
Yeah, you're thinking, Skate Rat, Washington, D.C. is the Cherry Blossom Festival, which is just the flowers.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, okay.
okay. What is the TV sitcom pseudonym of Tom's Restaurant, located at 112th Street and Broadway in New York City? I don't know what they're talking about.
Say it again.
What's the TV sitcom pseudonym of Tom's Restaurant, located at 112th Street and Broadway in New York City? So I'm guessing there's a TV show that uses a restaurant
Is it the
on 112th and Broadway. It's Tom's Restaurant, but they have a different name for it.
So what is that like? They're asking, is it like Seinfeld? What show is it? Or
Yeah, what show?
Yeah, it's probably the Seinfeld joint.
Is that called Tom's Restaurant?
Tom's Diner? I know it was a diner. I never really watched it.
Let's go with Seinfeld. That takes place in New York.
Yeah. Well, and I'm not sure how old the game is current.
Yeah.
Well, because the questions obviously can be any time if they're asking like what hotel in the center.
Right. Okay.
Okay.
When should one leave the napkin on the table upon being seated? When should one leave the napkin on the table upon being seated?
When you're done with your meal.
When you're done, yeah.
Oh, okay.
The phrasing is.
I was thinking they meant like putting it on your lap. Like, at what point do you
Yeah, what
sit
point do
and
you
then
take it off the table? No,
but it says to leave it on there.
Yeah, when you're done, because if you just go to the restroom, you leave it on your chair.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. What threat to the food industry do common sense consumption laws address? I'd say
I'm going to say something like alcohol. Oh,
common
no.
sense consumption.
The like raw food may cause.
What threat to the food industry?
no,
So I'm
sorry,
thinking like overuse or over what do you call that when you run out of something?
I always just say 86.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying like in the real world, like not just at the restaurant, like if we killing all the buffalo, making it extinct. So maybe like some kind of food extinction, or
That's a weird
Oh,
question.
I see what you mean. Like
Yeah.
overfishing might hurt. The seafood
stuff like
industry.
that. Maybe
Yeah,
those are those
okay.
laws. Common sense consumption. So I don't know. All right, what three characters were featured on Howard Johnson restaurant signs, menus, and China patterns for about 50 years?
But what?
Three characters were featured on Howard Johnson restaurant signs, menus, China patterns for about 50 years. I don't think I've ever seen a
I used to
Character.
go. Oh, but like
What the hell's a Howard Johnson?
No. Oh my God! Holy crap! You've never been to one? I mean, not in like 20, 30 years. Shit. But
Is it-
I do remember.
Isn't that a hotel?
It's a hotel chain that
They had
also
a
had like a
restaurant,
restaurant like
Howard Johnson's
attached.
restaurant.
Oh,
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
They were like before
Hojos.
Waffle House was a thing. I remember when we would road trip, my dad would like that was
I'm cheap.
just because most
Yeah.
of the time like breakfast
So-
was included or your kids ate free. I'm pretty sure because my dad liked to save a buck.
I'm cheating and trying to look it up, and there's nothing coming up either.
Yeah, I wouldn't know people. I would guess like Hojo if you're asking like characters like letters of the
I'm going to say
alphabet.
Native Americans. I'm going to say very racially insensitive Native American characters, like the Chief Wahoo of the Indians. You know, like.
Sounds right.
All right, last question. Which classic egg white based icing dries hard and durable? Royal icing or 7-minute icing?
Right? That's the one that gets toasty.
I have no idea.
I've never heard of either of them, so I guess we'll have to go with Royal, Skate Rat.
Baking stuff. Yeah.
All right, well, here we go. Traverse City, Michigan is the cherry
nice. There you
thing.
go.
Yes, Seinfeld, Monk's Cafe. What was this question? When should you leave the napkin on the table? When grace will be said. Nothing is touched until
Oh.
grace has been said.
Okay.
Okay.
So they were asking when do you take it off?
yeah.
Yeah. Well, I don't say grace at my
Yeah,
house.
you didn't get the
But
heating edition, bro.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, shit, dude. We go to Rachel's parents. They say grace at dinner every time. It's like a big meal. Rachel's sister's boyfriend can never be found. We're all sitting there with our meals waiting for him to come sit
and you
down.
can't
And
go
I'm like,
until
this is getting
everybody's
cold.
seated for grace. Yeah.
It's like every time he's like, got to take a shit right before dinner served, and he just disappears. The common sense consumption is obesity lawsuits. So lawsuits seeking personal injury damages from food companies for obesity-related problems.
Oh, okay.
So-
like you ate too much McDonald's, or you go to the all-you-can-eat buffet.
Yeah, to keep it from being McDonald's fault.
It's some of the phrasing I have certainly never heard. Yeah.
All right, Howard Johnson's Simple Simon, the Pieman, and a Small Dog. Who the fuck would know that?
Yes, okay.
Yeah.
I guess you do it.
Shit. No, the dog, though, now I think I remember
Yeah,
the dog.
that image came up. Okay, that's
And-
what it was. All right.
But who would have guessed just a dog? Like you would think it'd have a name with that way that question was asked. But and the egg white based icing was royal icing. So you were right, Skate Rat. So
So I'm like 1 out of 5 for every. Woo!
why don't we go out to some music? We'll come back and we'll ask a few more questions. Maybe we'll try some who's smarter. A little bit of who's smarter activity here. So anybody got a song? Go for it, Skate Rat.
I got Millen Collins' new album from 2015. Let's hear Perfection is Boring.
On Punk Rock Reviews Radio.
Hey, little sister, where you going so pale? Where's really the end of your days? They say you're only learning when you fail. Could it be you're stuck in a phase? When my whole perfection is boring, the cracks of the stars is what make things unique. It's hard, but it's best to ignore it. To chase the horizon for something you will never see. Perfection is boring to me. Hey, little brother, hope you know you're okay. Slow riders can be tricky to climb. As we all know, what wasn't built in a day. With baby steps, you'll get there in time. When my whole perfection is boring, the cracks of the stars is what make things unique. It's hard, but it's best to ignore it. To chase the horizon for something you will never see. Perfection is boring to me. Where's the trap? It's a lie, it's a man full of ball and chain. It's the thorn in your side, hard with bed, bones untied. It's a spell, it's a jolt, it's a trick played by your brain. As the model secretly fail, it's a pointless life, no tale. When my whole perfection is boring, the cracks of the stars is what make things unique. It's hard, but it's best to ignore it. To chase the horizon for something you will never see. Perfection is boring to me.
Hey, it's Chris and Lagwagon, and I want to eat you alive. Punk rock foodies. Listen, eat, learn.
I'm walking down Los Angeles, I turn over the glass. I'm walking back out faded, my last breath gas. I'm walking down Los Angeles, when people ask the girls, more sad than scandalous. It's what it is, I know.
And that was Dead to Me with I Want to Die in Los Angeles. And you're listening to Punk Rock Foodies Radio. We are going through some trivia questions about food. It's a game I got called Foodie Fight. And we're doing it semi-okay for what we are, for who we are. So who would like to try to take on a card all by themselves? I see no one's hands going up quick. All right, there goes Skate Rat.
Yeah. I mean, I can't fail any worse than 1 out of 5, right? Well, I should shut my mouth.
All right, Skate Rat. What chocolate makers and grocers selling that help? What is that? What are chocolate makers and grocers selling that help connoisseurs compare cocoa from different countries?
A sampler?
All right. What 2001 movie about fairy tale creatures includes on its soundtrack the titles Eating Alone and Uninvited Guests?
Wait, start that one again?
2001 movie about fairy tale creatures. Soundtrack includes Eating Alone and Uninvited Guests.
But I know.
So I was going to say Fern Gully for 2001 fairy tale.
Wasn't that older than
No, because that's not right. Uninvited Guests, Eating Alone, Beauty and the Beast?
Oh. What is the general term for serving pieces that are hollow inside, such as teapots, coffee pots, and bowls?
Urns?
What is it?
Urns?
Urns? Okay.
Yeah.
What sidelined production of Hershey's Kisses in 1942?
A strike?
True or false? It is not customary to tip a washroom attendant unless a special
Wait,
service.
shit, in 1942, can I go back and say maybe the war?
Okay.
Shit.
True or false? It's not customary to tip a washroom attendant unless a special service such as a needle and thread has been provided. You might not know this. I don't know. They have washroom attendants in women's rooms?
Yes, they do.
Okay.
I always just assumed that, yes, the etiquette was if you used any of their products.
You tip them?
But in older manual, I don't know. Yeah, so I would say, yeah, if you use their stuff, yeah, you're tipping them.
Okay. And what kitchen tool has a tang and a bolster?
No. Mortar and pestle? That's not right, though. A tang and a... Because a mortar and a pestle would be like a mortar and a pestle, you would think.
Right. Okay.
Oh, I don't know. Yeah.
All right. Chocolate tasting kits are samples. So samplers, right? Shrek was the movie.
I thought it was Lord of the Rings.
Shit. Fairy tale. They're all fairy tale creatures, right? Fuck.
Hollowware is what bowls and such are.
Okay.
World War II is right, but the reasoning behind it was the foil rationing. They couldn't make Hershey Kisses with the foil.
Middle, yeah.
You're right about the tipping. It says the question is a true or false. It is not customary to tip a washroom attendant unless... Oh, no, you're wrong then. Unless a special service such as a needle and thread has been provided. It says 50 cents is considered the minimum amount. So I guess they're supposed to tip them, but fuck them.
Shit, I don't know. I have never asked for one with a needle and thread, but they always had like gum and shit at the bar, like the bar ones and the club ones and stuff. You know, they're a little different.
I'm not giving them money if they don't do anything for me, and I can hold my own dick and pee. So
yeah. Well, and
I've
been in nice ones where no matter what, like they hand you hand towels and shit like that. But
it sounds like
also in those places you're not supposed to.
It sounds like such a odd job. Like if you're working for tips and like you're just standing in a bathroom and like who signs up for that? Like I don't know.
I don't even want to pee with other people in the bathroom with me, let alone hang out in the bathroom and listen to other people pee or whatever.
Or is that like you did a shitty job last night as a waitress, so tonight you have to stand in the bathroom?
Today your bathroom attendant surely fuck up again and you're cleaning the thing.
Relegated.
And then a tang and a bolster is a knife. The tang is the end of the blade that extends into the handle, and the bolster is the thick band at the handle end of a forged blade.
Shit.
So there you go. Learn something new every day. All right, so what'd you get on there? 1, 2? You got 2.
I'm going to say 2, yeah.
Yeah, you got the sampling and the World War II. So.
Yeah.
All right, let's go. Let's do it.
Go, Steve. Brian, you want to take this one on?
All right.
All right, Brian. You got to try to beat 2, right? What cookware store pioneer opened his first shop in Sonoma, California in the late 1950s?
Howard Johnson.
What NBC reality show featured 2 seasons of infighting between investor Jeffrey Chaudhary and chef Rocco DiSpirito?
I don't know if I know who Rocco is. Oops, sorry.
Fucking.
I like the infighting aspect.
The Jersey Shore. Man, I don't know. I have no fucking idea.
Good guess with the name. Sorry, no. But
I remember that show, but I don't remember the name of it. But I remember that show.
I do not remember that show.
Yeah, it kind of made me not like Rocco DiSpirito that much. He's kind of came off as a douche.
Wasn't it a Kitchen Confidential or something?
No, that's Anthony Bourdain's book.
That was his book, but they made like a movie or a TV show out of it. But it wasn't a reality show. It was like a.
All right, then I'm going with Jersey Shore.
Okay, what's another word for silverware?
What's another word for silverware?
Yeah, you should know this. You just registered for a wedding.
Table tools.
that was pretty clever,
Table
though.
tools. Love it.
I don't know what else. What else you need?
All right, what vegetable are Amish deer tongue, Grandpa admires, and tennis ball?
Broccoli.
All right. True or false? The restaurant industry expects to capture more than 50% of the dollar by 2010.
False.
What commonly cultivated mushroom has a parasol shape, curved stem, and white gills?
Morel. I can't think of any other names of mushrooms.
All right, here we go. It was Chuck Williams who started Williams in Sonoma. The TV show was called The Restaurant, and it was only 2 years. Flatware, Brian, flatware instead of silverware.
Flatware's plates and shit.
Yeah, it's what's on the box when you buy silverware. I mean, most of the time when you register, it says flatware.
Your Amish deer tongue, Grandpa admires, and tennis ball is lettuce. They're heirloom varieties. The restaurant industry, true. That's what they expected. You said false. And the shit take mushroom, or shiitake mushroom. But morels, that was a good guess. That's what I was thinking after you said it.
Betting 1,000 on that one.
In one way or another.
I was really hoping
Probably
Jersey
expected.
Shore was the answer.
It could have been. I've seen both those shows the same amount. So, all right, Steve.
Let's do it.
Here you go.
Let's do it.
I'm going to skip this one because there's 3 words in the first question I can't even pronounce, so we'll go to this card instead. All right. Who has a hoo-hoo giggle when poked in his doughy middle?
The
Brian Reinhardt.
The Pillsbury Doughboy.
What Beatles tune embraced Fields Forever?
Strawberry Fields Forever.
Where is the male guest of honor seated at the table?
The Head.
Where on your tongue...
This is bullshit. His first 3 questions are easy. I got hard shit.
Hey, this could all be wrong. I don't know.
I'm pretty sure your daughter can answer those questions there, Steve. Where on your tongue, the tip, center, or back, will the flavor, salty and sweet, be most intense?
Back.
What Latin American appetizer consists of raw fish cooked in citrus juice?
Ceviche.
What herb has fan-shaped leaves and is a good citrus counterpoint in spicy Asian, Latin American, and Indian foods?
God, cilantro.
You got a fucking joke card, dude.
Man.
Jesus
The
Christ.
tip was the only one you got. Just the tip. You got wrong.
Just the tip. All right.
Oh, wait. There's actually, what's that?
The seating one, right? The CD
Yeah,
one?
yeah. The CD one was wrong.
I thought the CD one was
what
wrong,
did you
no?
What were you going to say, Skater? What do you think?
Oh, the guest is usually at the foot, but then I think there's to the side too. But I don't know if it's man or woman, and the card says man. Apparently, it matters.
Well, it's a host, so it's the man, but it could be anywhere at the table, but they should be at the hostess's right.
Yes. Okay.
So
I was trying to think if it's
your
to the
wife
left or
is
the
to your
right.
left.
Yeah. Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a. I think that was the kids' version, Steve. I should have given that one to Brian. Apparently.
Yeah, man.
My parents made me take an
could've
etiquette
got half of
class
those.
when we were younger. I don't clearly remember all of it.
Like you had like a good old Southern
Well, yeah, but
call that finishing school.
yeah, kind of. But it was a smaller class. But I mean, they had 4 daughters. Yeah, we all took it. But I still, like, to this day, my husband says pass the salt, and I pass the salt and pepper. So,
What?
yeah.
You're not supposed to pass the salt?
No, if someone asks for the pepper, you pass them just the pepper. If they ask for the salt, you pass them the salt and the pepper.
I've never
So
heard that
it's
before.
something- yeah. Weird.
Okay.
Yeah. I think I still eat with my left hand in my lap, too. Like, it works. It just lays there.
Who knew you weren't supposed to do that?
It's little silly shit. It's weird too because this was from like the 80s. Like, yeah.
All right. Well, so you'll be our etiquette gal. Obviously, you've got the knowledge compared to us guys.
That was my favorite part.
All right. Well, why don't we? I think we got the Bomb Pops calling in, Jen and Polly, and so we'll ask them
Nice.
a card as well. And so why don't we listen to some music and get them on the phone here and move along with this episode? What do you say?
I'll play some Bad Religion for Brian. What do you say, Brian?
Yeah, that'd
Little
be
Bad
great.
Religion?
Thank you, man.
How about quality or quantity? How about
That's
that
a good
one?
one.
Have we played that, Xander?
I like that.
I don't think so.
From Against the Grain
Let's get that one going. Yep. Probably my favorite album.
on Punk Rock Foodies Radio.
Offer me eternity, and I'll trade a cup of coffee and a dime. Looking for a hangout on behalf of those who have so little time. But do want to live on just 70 cents a day. Pad in your pockets doesn't make this a better place. Cereal and water is a piece for some, you say. Your price tag on existence can't cover your double face. Quality or quantity, quality or quantity, quality or quantity, a choice you have to make. Dipping in the icing, bringing home the largest turkey from the field. Bringing all the piggy banks, scooping up the booty, licking all the right toes, bolstering the payroll. Why
And that was Out of Hand by the Bomb Pops. And you are listening to Punk Rock Foodies Radio. And with us on the phone right now are two of the Bomb Pops, the bombest of the Bomb Pops, Polly Van Dam and Jen Razavi. How are you girls doing?
We are great. How are you?
Great, great. Polly, we have talked to you before in the past. In fact, I think when we talked to you, it's been almost a year. I think it was like last May. Jen, you were touring Europe and just having a good old time.
Yeah, so like 6 months ago. No, because about mid when you were gone. Okay, so yeah, about 6-7 months ago. Don't make time go by faster than it already is.
Well, but the thing we have the interview of Polly, so we know when it happened already. So you can't change any of that. But
yeah.
So Jen, tell us your version of how the Bomb Pop started.
That'd be a totally different story in my mind. Let's see. Well, I met Polly. This is coming on like 8 or 9 years ago. Actually, I met her before then. But yeah, it was very. I remember the first time I saw her. First locked eye. It was so cute. Yeah, but she was very young, a lot younger than I was. I mean, at the time, it made a difference. I think she was probably 13, and I was like 18, and I was hanging out in this. I was like a rehearsal studio. Also, a guy taught lessons there. She was taking lessons. I had like a band that I was kind of playing with there at the time. So I remember seeing her because she had gone to school with my cousin, who was the same age as her. She's like, "Oh, there's my friend Polly," and I was like, "Oh, it's so cute, this cool blonde girl like playing this BC Rich shredding over there." She was so good. And but then it wasn't maybe until a few years later that I was like legal enough to talk. Oh yeah, I could like talk to you. No, but I think at the time you must have been like 16 because I remember you had a car. You were driving a car.
Yeah,
so you had to have been more freedom then. And then I was about 20 or 21 or I don't know. We're about 5.5 years apart, so you do the math, but. Yeah, and then basically the guy who owned that studio, he had a band, and Polly was playing guitar in it, and then they needed a bass player. So I mean, I wasn't a bass player, but I played bass in that band. And while the songs were like, the dude only listened to like 80s hair metal and stuff, so it made us, our chops were pretty good playing in that band, but it wasn't meant for us. And so just realizing how great Polly was, at guitar, and we just decided to start our own band together and play music we really wanted to play. So yeah, we started getting together, and I remember she was in high school. I was out of high school at the time, and would go over to her house after school, every day almost, and we would kind of write songs together. And that's how we got started, and then we started to become a real band, actually look for a drummer and bass player in time to play her junior battle of the band. So in high school, I never got to play, I wasn't in a band when I was in high school. I played guitar obviously since I was 11, but I never played battle of the band. So I was really excited to play a battle of the bands, even though it wasn't my high school. And yeah, so that's kind of how the Bomb Pop formed, so we could shred that battle of the band. We got the Battle of the Bands canceled forever because the mosh pit started, and a teacher put a kid in a chokehold. It was bad. We had to stop playing. We were disqualified, and then there was no more battle. We played 2 years. We played your junior and your senior. The junior year, we got second or third place or something, and then your senior year is when we did it again, and we got. Yeah, there was never a battle of the bands again at RPG High School. No,
So Polly, what was that like? How did that feel for you? That there's this really cool older girl that wants to hang out with me.
I don't know if that was that cool. Well, no, it was. I was proud. I was hanging out. This guy started. It was a rehearsal studio. It was a venue. And Jen and I really took off. We were both doing like lights and sound for the venue. Yeah. But no, I always thought Jen was cool. She was always like super cool, rolling in with her boyfriend at the time to do band practice, and they were always just kind of looked like the little hood rats showing up. And I was like, I just would, you should invite me to shows. Like, do you want to go see Unwritten Law? Like, I have backstage passes or whatever. I'm like, there's no way my parents are gonna let me go. Like, I'm not even gonna make that phone call because it can't happen. So like, once we could actually finally hang out, it was just all over from there. I think it's so crazy to think about. It's weird. It's just a weird age difference at that time. Now it's not a thing. Now, yeah, it's not I'm 30 this week. You're 25, and 25, 26. I'll be 26. Yeah.
So why punk? Like, what got you guys into punk rock?
I just remember, like, for me, when I, like listening to music and stuff, like, my dad listened to, like, classic rock and stuff, but I remember listening to the radio, and it's just a weird feeling to be, like, because I didn't really have anyone to show me music, necessarily, but listening to the radio and, like K-rock and stuff, and I didn't even know what the band's names were, but, like, now I'm realizing, like, at the time, like, Damn It was on the radio, or Green Day was on the radio. It's like, why do I like this song so much? And then, some that attitude that, like, I was pulled to, like, too. Yeah, I just gravitated. I didn't know that it was punk. I didn't know that it was pop punk per se. But then when someone was like, oh, you like pop punk? When I told them that I liked, that band or that song, or The Offspring was all over the radio, I was like, I just, like, loved it. And then I realized when I liked that, I was like, oh, I must like punk. And then I remember telling someone that I liked these bands, like, I was like, I like punk. They're like, that's not punk. I was like, okay, well, I like pop punk. And really, Jen showed me tons once we were, like, hanging out and stuff. She showed me a lot of stuff. Like, I just remember Millencolin driving around. Blasting, Red Pioneers. We had to practice in, like, my room at my parents' house. We would, like, drive out, smoke a little weed, listen to that. Yeah,
that's a great album for that, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's just the way it makes you feel. You just, like, you want to, I don't know, there's just nothing like pop punk to me. It's so fun.
Okay. And, so you raise a question, and I just think about this because I'm much older than you girls and you women, that somebody who gets into punk, say, via the way you kind of did with listening to the radio and hearing Green Day and Blink-182, and do you then go back and listen to some of the older like Descendants and Dead Kennedys and
Well, exactly. Like, I remember like, Watch Seriously, like, and I won't ever, like, lie, like, try to act like it was a cooler way that, like, got into punk, but it was watching, like, the Urethra Chronicles video is one of the things, like, there's a couple, like, did have, like, one neighbor kid that would come over and he should show me, like, this was at that same time when I figured he was the one that was like, oh, you like punk, and he came over and he brought, like, the Vandals, Offspring. He was the one, Pennywise, oh my god, when I discovered Pennywise. And then I just, like, and Bad Religion, so that was one thing, but also, like, just loving Blink-182 so much, like, watching the Urethra Chronicles video, and Tom DeLonge's like, yeah, I listened to Queer, Screeching Weasel, and Descendants, and I was like, I literally went and bought all those records, and that was how and then through that's how, like, finding out about, like, Fat Records and Epitaph, it's like, oh, these bands are on these labels, and then eating up all the other bands that were on those labels. So it's just, I was like 11 or 12 when that was all happening, so it was kind of over the course of middle school and high school, just diving backwards.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so since last we talked, Polly, you had mentioned that you guys recorded a record. It was in the mastering phases, and you were expecting it to come out end of summer, early fall, and it didn't come out. But then in November, you guys announced that you signed with Fat Records, which was
Yes.
awesome. And now you have an album coming out. What was that? What was that whole process like?
Getting signed with that.
Well, yeah, getting signed with Fat, and you have this record. You had the record basically made prior to getting signed with Fat, and now Fat wants to put it out. So, what was that like?
Well, first of all, awesome. But we were planning to record in April, and with previous demos, with previous Can of Worms 7-inch we did, we were constantly in contact and talking to Fat Mike and Aaron over at Fat, and they were always open to listening to our songs and giving us some input. And Fat Mike always was, you guys still aren't good enough. Write a better record. We need a good album. Listen to the Beatles, do it all we say. And we finally, after all those times, finally sent him this new stuff, and he really seemed to enjoy it. So, yeah. He kind of just said that, like what Paulie says, we've been in contact with them, and we've sent him demos, not like the demos of this record, but in the past, like with Can of Worms, before we put Can of Worms out, he, he's like, this is good, but it's not great, but when we sent him this record, our intentions, like, from the moment we went into the studio, and before we went into the studio, were like, we're going to record this record, we're going to get it all done, mixed and mastered, and then we're going to just shop it around. But basically, by shopping, we're like, the only place we really want it to go is Fat, And in the end, if they don't have it, if they don't care for it, we'll do something with it. We're really proud of it. But when Mike finally got around to listening, it took a while because we sent it to him. I think he kind of got lost in translation because when he made to listen to it, he listened to it, emailed us back and said, "Oh, I'm going to take a listen to this." And then about 10 minutes later, he was like, I'm listening to it right now. This is fucking great, or whatever. His exact words. We've always been asked this a couple times now, but it was like, you guys really did it. This is, it'd be my honor to put it out on Fat.
That's so awesome. That's just, you've got to have that email. Crazy. You've got to have that email printed out and framed somewhere, right?
It's a trip. And we were just talking to him on the phone about some stuff today, and he was just like, again, girls, so proud of you. And I'm still, just in shock that we're, just on both them. And he genuinely is proud of us and watched us grow up because we were around for a long time, made sure that we made a point to be. And he just said, he was like, I always liked you guys, you kids, it's all you kids are. For kids back then, it's like, I always liked you guys, but I wasn't going to sign you guys. You guys, you were good, but you were great. And now you guys, your record is great. And and he said, it's the same thing. He's happy. He's honored to put it out. And that's one of the, it's crazy. It's crazy to have that respect as an artist from someone we've looked up to since we started the band. Mm-hmm. Well, being at work for and looking at each other and be like, we're going to do this one day. We're going to play with No Effects one day. And that happened quickly. And then, that was always our goal. And we made it happen.
Yeah. And especially, a guy like that who, has put out some of the greatest records that you grew up with. I grew up with. I would buy an album just because it had the Fat Records logo on it. So...
Yeah, totally, yeah.
So to know, hey, this guy likes our shit, we're up there with all these other bands. And that's absolutely... I agree. It's absolutely the truth, So the album, Fear of Missing Out, comes out on February 10th. You guys have a handful of gigs as a record release. You got a show in San Diego on the 9th. You're in LA on the 10th, on the day of the actual release. Ventura on the 11th with Bad Cop, who we love here at Punk Rock Foodies Radio. Yeah, Stacy's good friend, and we love all the ladies in that band.
And friends too.
Yep.
And then we'll also at San Francisco on the 12th.
San Francisco, yeah. And then you're in San Francisco on the 12th with Get Dead, yeah. So the album Fear of Missing Out, where does the title come from?
Well, just having a legit beer and sitting out. We do, as a band, we make fun of each other for it, and something we're learning to get better at, but we do. We're a party band, and we like to hang out with each other, and we genuinely love each other and love hanging out, and then if anyone else is doing something, we're like, oh, I want to be hanging out. But, yeah, I think for the first time we heard the term FOMO, it was years ago, and like now it's like that term is like, it's starting to come up, which I think is going to be good for the album. Yeah, it's kind of a good time because it's getting like really in like kind of popular culture right now. But we heard that like about 4 years ago, and I just identified with this. Someone said it, and they was like, I have FOMO. I was like, what's that? It's fear of missing out because they're going to go to this party. I was like, oh my gosh, I have FOMO all the time. So it just kind of made sense to, and although there's like one song on the record called FOMO, it's kind of about that. There's kind of that general theme of just a little bit, chasing the party kind of. Yeah, I think it's something everyone could definitely relate to. So I've gotten a lot better about it. I love myself the night at home, but definitely FOMO, feeling tingles. Yeah, exactly. I'm going to make the responsible decision and stay home tonight and just have FOMO and live with it. Yeah, I'm going to live with this FOMO and we just turn off my phone and go to bed. I don't want to see the snap. I don't want to know it.
So on the new album, there's a song that was, I guess, written by, inspired by, and written by Brandon of Teenage Bottle Rocket. Can you tell us that story behind that song?
Yeah, actually, so Brandon wrote the lyrics to that song. About, I guess now coming on, geez. I know that 2010, we were hanging out, a long time, 6 years ago or so, I guess, we were hanging out with Ray and Brandon. It was like a hotel party kind of thing, and they had there was a guitar there. And, Brandon, we were just, like, hanging out, and Brandon started playing the song. He's like, oh, you girls should play this song. The Bomb Pop should play this song, and he kind of showed us the chord progression, and he had a melody, and he had the lyrics. And then I started kind of playing what he was showing me, and basically, I was like, oh, that's cool. That's a really cool idea. The song was, I think he had written it for more of his, like, kind of for his wife, Taylor, and it was, like, getting rad with my girlfriend. Since then the lyrics are getting rad with my boyfriend. He's like, no, you girls should sing it as Bomb Pop song. And we never did anything with it, but he had written down the lyrics that night because I remember we were partying and drinking, and I didn't want to forget the lyrics, so I had him write them down on pieces of a hotel notebook paper. I wrote them down. Kind of thought I would remember the chords, but it was so long ago. So I have his handwritten lyrics to this song that they had never played, we had never done anything with, and we had forgotten how the chords went, the melody, and everything. So basically, when we went into the studio, we kind of wrote that song in the studio, just with Ray's blessing. Asked Ray if I wasn't sure if Brandon had done anything with those lyrics, and Ray said that he had some other songs, but none of them were that song in particular, and he remembered the song, but he's like, yeah, go ahead and do whatever you like with it. So we took every lyric word for word, and we fit it into, we wrote a song with melody and the chord progression, and with our producer Chris Vogel, and we used every single lyric that Brandon had written on those pieces of paper, and it was kind of like a puzzle. I had to figure out which was the chord. We knew what the chorus was, but first verse, second verse, how are we all going to make it work? Well, yeah, and that was the only song we wrote and fully wrote in the studio. Yeah. So it was a really cool experience, and Ray stopped by the studio while we were there. Not while we were doing that song, but he stopped by because he was in Denver, and so that means a lot to us. Brandon was so cool to us from early on, just as he was. Has his stories been told. He was so cool to so many people, and you really, really, if you had an interaction with him, you felt like he was your dude, your bud, and. Clearly, he had that impact on all of us as a band, as individuals, and so it was really, really cool that we had that song. It's kind of trippy.
Yeah, and the song is called Be Sweet. It's on the new album, Fear of Missing Out, coming out February 10th. And you're absolutely right. Brandon was one of the sweetest people ever. And we love him here at Punk Rock Foodies Radio. We miss him. And, yeah, so, yeah. Jen, let's get back to your trip to Italy real quick. And let's bring in the food aspect here of Punk Rock Foodies Radio. And please tell us about the glorious foods that you had while you were over in Europe.
Well, I was in Italy, just only in Italy. I mean, made a trip to Switzerland of pasta and pizza. Yeah, it's not a joke. It is not a joke that you eat pasta or pizza or pasta. What do you want for breakfast, dinner, or lunch, whatever? Pizza or pasta, pizza or pasta, pizza or pasta. It's not even, like, it's so completely real. That is majority of what you eat. And, yeah, but there's this one, the thing about it is, the ingredients over there, stuff tastes incredible. I never noticed how much of a difference that, like, just lettuce or a tomato or a, like a green onion can taste. And it's just must be just how, they farm and they,
it's that volcanic soil. That's what it is.
It must be. The place that I lived, like, the house I was living in was a house on a farm outside of Venice. Like, so it's a countryside right outside of the city of... So I think Polly had some beans, because she just farted.
Polly, you're noisy.
I hope you got it. I hope it was loud enough.
Oh, it showed up.
So there was there's a lot of farmland on this Riviera river outside of Venice, and the house that I was on, they treat their soil and their crop the right way. Like the whole summer I was there, they were growing beets for sugar, like beet sugar.
Yeah.
So there's those white beets, and then I was there through the whole process, when they were planting them, they were babies, and they were big when I was there, and then they cut them down, the last week that I was there, and then they turn over the soil, and they plant a whole different crop, they're not going to plant wheat there again. And my roommate worked at a pizzeria in this little city of Dolo, and in Veneto, and I just, first of all, you eat a whole pizza to yourself. You go and you get, it's comparable to a medium-sized pizza here, but you don't share, it's not even sometimes sliced. You order your whole pizza, and it's that really thin crust that, it's so unbelievable, the taste of just the crust. It's light and fluffy, and it's kind of trendy here now. I've seen it in a couple places. It's the way that they make the dough, so they, it fits for a certain amount, 24 or 48 hours, so that it doesn't, it's loaded and stuff. I don't know what the process is called. But yeah, it's all about the cheese. I love the buffalo mozzarella and the burrata, and it's all about, you don't even think about it. So just the water that they use. The water over there is so pure, and just whatever comes out of the tap you can drink, and it tastes like it's bottled Evian.
Sure.
So when they're cooking with all those things, it must make all of that stuff just taste so pure, and you don't feel gross after. You can eat a whole bowl of pasta or a whole entire pizza, and you don't feel gross. You don't feel boggled down.
Yeah, you don't have to unbutton your pants.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you do, but you don't. You all everything digests well. It was insane, because I always thought, how was your poop over there? It's okay. Yeah, it's constant. Especially when I'm traveling. They were solid. It's solid, but this is the other thing about it, is why digestion is so easy over there. If you eat a big meal, you sit, either it's lunch or dinner, for at least an hour, sometimes 2 hours to 3 hours. So people, it's how they eat over there, it's the whole process. So that was why it was so easy for me. I didn't get constipated, because you allow yourself the time, and eating is such a part of their culture and life and family and friends and every little thing, that when you go sit down to eat, you sometimes don't leave the table, for 4 hours. And then you drink the red wine with it, and the rice obviously some water. They don't really drink a lot of water with their meals, but it's like the wine and beer. But then after you eat, then you have always coffee. You know, always it's a little. They're kind of like espressos, but they're not. It's in between coffee and espresso. And those tiny little coffees, so that helps with digestion. And then you have the liqueur, the after dinner.
The aperitif.
An aperitif, yes. Or you have grappa, and it's where it's just sometimes they have this chamomile grappa that I love, and it's super strong. But it would help your digestion, and you wake up when you take a poop, and you're fine. Ready to get back on the pizza. Again, ready to have pizza for lunch again.
Here you go. Yeah.
And also,
doesn't ruin it.
Kind of a bit of a like I'm not a vegetarian, but I lean more towards the vegetarian side, just because like here I don't order meat if I go out. I don't buy meat to cook. But over there, you're eating. I mean, the cured meats are insane, and they're so delicious. The crudo, and but yeah, the paper thin crudo is my favorite.
Oh, I can't imagine what that's like.
It's made in different regions, and there's one place. So we went to, I forget the name of it, but it's in the mountains, and it's where the best like crudo in the world comes from. So we played this festival, and they just give us plates and plates and plates of like you can see through it. It's shaved so thin, and it melts in your mouth like butter.
Oh my god!
It's so delicious. Yeah.
I couldn't imagine what that's like. Just, I mean, I'm Italian, and
okay.
So I grew up. Well, actually, Calabria, so which is like the furthest south. Yeah, I'm basically Sicilian. But yeah. Oh my god.
That's what the good buffalo cheese is down there. I've been that's like apparently where like the best of the mozzarella is down there.
I've only been to Italy, driving through from France to get to Switzerland, and we stopped in northern Italy and just got like some sandwiches, and then continued on. So that's the only time I've ever been to Italy. But I got to get there, and I've got to just try it all. Fuck yeah.
Go off the beaten path, and some of those, like when I would travel to Rome and stuff, some of the food was just like shit because it's just so touristy and you can get caught in it. But I was lucky; I was with some locals in the north, and that's where like they would take you to their spots. So, yeah, it was pretty great. But no American breakfast. Breakfast sucks. So yeah, when we were touring over there, like all we wanted was give me some bacon and eggs. Like I don't want another croissant. Yeah, I don't want a sweet. They all the sweet for breakfast. Can't do it.
No. Yeah, no.
Well, if you know my stance on breakfast, like our last one,
that's true, yeah.
Damn. Potatoes.
You're all over that. So, yeah, so, Polly, what's been going on with you and with with your restaurants you're working at? You're still there? Or was the signing with Kat, enough?
No, I'm still there. Jen's at a restaurant too. Yeah, it's a Vietnamese like fusion diner. That's what we do when we're home. Yeah, we play. Yeah, I'm at Poto Burger, which is in Santa Monica, West Hollywood. It's Venice, and it's all organic. Like a little pricey, but it's definitely worth it for what you get. Like again, even though the burgers look huge and crazy, after you eat one, you don't feel like disgusting. Like it's just because it was a happy cow. Exactly. Poto Burger, and then Posted Beef too, which is like southern food. We also have pizza as well, but that's like where you get the shrimp and grits, fried chicken, and waffles.
Would you girls like to play a quick round of Foodie Fight? It's 6 questions, food questions. You just trivia type questions. I'll ask the question, you just give the answers, and then we'll see how you do. Yeah?
Okay. I don't know how we're going to do with this. I've only become more of a foodie in the past few years, like really appreciating food and trying new things. I was very simple for a while. Yeah, you know, yeah. Well, you can eat some tomatoes. comfort zone. Okay, let's try. Let's see how much we don't know.
All right, here we go. Number 1. What queen got her start in Joliet, Illinois? What queen got her start?
Oh, Dairy Queen. Dairy Queen.
All right. What is Jimmy Buffett dreaming of in Paradise in his 1978 song?
Cheeseburger in Paradise.
All right, here we go. Number 3.
57 French fried potatoes.
Number 3.
I'm just talking about that song like it is.
Okay, what?
So funny.
Here we go. This is a good one because you girls work in restaurants. Here we go. What plate is to the left of the forks in a place setting?
The salad plate. The main dish. I don't know. The bread plate.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay, well.
Fine dining. What is it?
We'll get the answers. We'll get the answers in a minute. We'll go through all the questions and then we'll come to the answers. So, is that you're saying bread plate? Is that your answer?
Wait, what did it say it again?
What plate is to the left of the forks in a place setting?
I feel like it's the salad. No, the salad plate. No, it's the bread plate because the salad plate is like usually like on top of the entree. Okay, go with bread.
All right. Next, true or false? Yeah, 50-50 on this. All right. Food labeling that states reduced means that the calories, fat, cholesterol, or sugar content is 25% lower than its product's normal form. So true.
Repeat that one more time.
Okay, so okay, so true or false? If a food is labeled reduced, it means that the calories, fat, cholesterol, or sugar is 25% lower than the normal form. True or false?
I'm going to say false. 25%. Well, I feel like in my head it's like 25% less fat. Like that sticks out like there's something. I'm thinking of a label jar of peanut butter. I don't know. I don't know. I would say true unless there's like a trick. Unless I'm just the wording in that question is weird. I don't really know that one.
Okay, well let's go to the next one. Who said regular restaurant patrons occasionally tip in appreciation for ongoing service?
Who said that?
I'm sorry. I let me rephrase that. Let me reread it. Who should regular? Okay, let's start over. This is gonna be a great edit. Okay. Who should regular restaurant patient? I'll try again. Who should? Who should regular restaurant patrons occasionally tip in appreciation for ongoing service?
Okay, so who should the regular patrons occasionally tip when they go to their restaurant for ongoing service? Besides the servers?
Yes. Who should? Yes. Exactly.
Well,
Who?
the cooks. So the line cooks, I would. I don't know that. I mean, the only thing I'm thinking of is like in to-go order cases, like the host usually doesn't get tipped. I feel like sometimes, like people that go, like I've worked in restaurants where people like give the buses. We'll go back and give the line, like regulars was like. It depends on the type of restaurant, because I would say like the line cooks occasionally, the cooks, but. It could be weird. I've never seen anyone go do that, but they should. They should tip out the whole support staff.
Okay. All right, and the last question. What size is a cube cut if not specified in a recipe? 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch, or 3/4 inch? But
I think like in a drink or like a cube of butter. They'll say like a stick of butter.
I don't know. It just says what size is a cube cut if not specified in a recipe. Like if you're going with 1/2
What
inch.
was the size? A 1/4 inch, a 1/2 inch, or 3/4 of an inch?
Yeah.
Of an inch. Maybe three. I was 3/4. Yeah.
3/4. All right. So here we go. The Queen of Chicago was Dairy Queen. Ding ding, you got that right. The thing that Jimmy Buffett loves are cheeseburgers. The plate to the left of the forks is the salad plate. And the term reduced being 25% lower of fat, cholesterol, or sugar or calories is true. So that's what reduced means. One of those things is reduced. Tipping somebody as a regular is the maitre d' of a restaurant.
Oh, okay. Well, fuck off.
Yeah, well, that's a fancy fucking restaurant. Like
That's fancy.
There's no maitre d' at Applebee's. And then the cube is a 1/2 inch.
Oh,
So.
nuts on this too.
Alright, well, I mean, I have no clue what the fuck that question meant. But,
Okay, that was fun, yeah.
okay, so, February 10th, Fear of Missing Out on Fat Records comes out. You should pre-order it. I'm pretty sure I pre-ordered it and I forgot, so I should be getting it.
Yeah, good.
I pre-order a lot of shit on Fat Records, and I don't even realize I just get this money taken out of my account, and then all of a sudden a record shows up. So, we'll get yours at fatrec.com. Check out, go to the bombpops.com, and you can see their touring schedule and everything about them. But they're all in Southern California area for this weekend with the record release parties. Is there anything else you ladies would like to mention or discuss?
Well, just stay on the lookout because I know we have a lot of shows in Southern California, and on the West Coast, but we are going to make an announcement pretty soon with getting out there to other parts of the country and the world. So, and just a comment, thank you for doing what you're doing. I love Punk Rock Foodies. I love seeing all the posts, and it's rad. Yeah, cool angle you have on everything, so it's different and fun.
Well, thank you.
Now it's really hard. Yeah, no.
All right, well, we're going to leave you all with a song off of the new album, Fear of Missing Out by the Bomb Pops, out February 10th. And this song is called Jerk on Punk Rock Foodies Radio.
Yeah.
Thanks, girls.
All right.
Now and then I turn around and
Steve, Brian, and Skater. I'd like to thank Jen and Polly. The Bomb Pop's new album, Fear of Missing Out, comes out February 10th on Fat Records. Pre-order it now. Get that album. Also like to thank Rachel's mom for getting me this awesome game we'll be using periodically. I'd like to thank the people here at the Vicious Pig Saloon in downtown Mattersville. And check out Burning Rose Studios for all your video and graphic needs. Check out Betty Gear on Facebook. And when you're over there on Facebook, come on over to Punk Rock Foodies. We're like 5,000 members and growing. Real simple. Make food. Post a pic. Bone Ape Tit, everyone.
Must not have paid his bill.